Good afternoon, LHS. My name is Kyman Warman here with your January 14th broadcast. Congrats, it's Friday and we made it through the first full week back from break, and I couldn't be happier. Now, next Monday is MLK Day, so be sure not to come to school or I guarantee you'll be the only one here. And as much as I know how much we'll miss not coming, we've got a 3-day weekend, great for catching up on homework and resting up. Now, for your news, in just a second, we've got some announcements with a special court-warming reveal and then an inspiring story about the health journey of an LHS senior. And of course, sports with Brock Kresge. As always, this is KLHS. Now, before we start our announcements, just a quick reminder that masks continue to be available in the front office. They're still a requirement, so let's continue to stay safe and stay responsible. And right outside of that office, you can find class ring packets, which are available for sophomores on the table. If you're on the fence about getting a ring, I guarantee it's a great way to retain some of those amazing memories and history from your high school experience. But speaking of history, isn't it crazy to think about the fact that the year 2000 was 22 years ago? Like, genuinely, we are getting old. But I say all of that to say, you'll have the chance to live through that trendy time of the 2000s with the court-warming theme of Y2J. So get your flip phones, get your blue jeans, and crop them tops to look your best for our Spirit Days and basketball game. And on the note of memories, yearbooks will continue to be on sale through January 28th. Online sales will close at this time, and you won't be able to purchase a book until distribution day. Time literally is money. These books will be at the most expensive price of the year at $70 if you wait. So get your discount now and order at www.yearbookforever.com. And lastly, if you have an announcement you'd like to KLHS to broadcast, teachers and club sponsors can find the form via faculty email, or you can email Ms. Gamina at jamie.gamina@lps53.org. That's all I have for your announcements, and now let's take a look at the inspirational story of senior Claire Houston and how her experience with her health journey developed.
Hi, my name is Claire Houston, and this is my journey. Gotta stir it, guys. I know, on how to make a smoothie, guys. Okay, see if that worked. So I got down to around 7 pounds, and I went to it wasn't junior nats, but it was NCSA's, which was in Indianapolis, and I raced, and everything just kind of was like not the same. I didn't feel myself. I just felt really low energetic, and I just felt like, I had no energy to do anything when COVID hit, and I just was really, all the pools got shut down, and I was isolated, and I kind of had all control over what I did, what I ate. I had a conversation with my coach on my swim team, and he thought it was best that I would take a break from swimming. So I was super upset at first, but in the end, it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I really got to think about, what's happening in the future? Am I gonna get healthy again? And of course, I was doing therapy and a dietitian, so I just kind of got the ideas of, okay, this is the start of me gaining weight, and basically, I just made the choice to start gaining weight after that. I found this in my swim bag, an apple. I don't know what that was there for. Probably swim meet. 1 apple a day keeps a doctor away. Isn't that what it's called? Is that the saying? Yeah. 1 apple keeps a doctor away? I am actually thankful that I did go through it during COVID, because everything wasn't really normal at that time. So my sport wasn't normal, and a lot of swimmers and other athletes did get burnt out during that time. So in that time, I really wasn't even doing anything. So now I'm kind of like coming back better than ever, and I feel that I am very, very determined in my sport even more. When you have an ED, it's a lot about control. So when you have control, I try to figure out a way to like have control, but then also still recover. So having control, I made a ton of recipes like cookies, brownies, you know, just different things. And I was like, oh, I can post this on my Instagram. You know, I was like, okay, like some people can eat healthy, some people can, you know, splurge. Well, me and my mom are really close. We've always been really close, so I practically told her everything. She knew everything. And then when I did do therapy for a little bit, they actually came to some of the sessions.
One day, I made these brownies that I knew she loved, and she was eating her dinner. And I set them right in front of her. I was going, honey, would you like a brownie? And she said, oh no, I don't want one. I said, okay. I just left them there, and I went to sit down on the sofa. And then I heard something, cling, 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 cling. I was like, yes. And I could tell she was eating them, and she was eating them and eating them. And she came over, she goes, Mom, I had 10 brownies. And I was like, thank you, God. And that was kind of the start of her realizing that she wasn't gonna die if she ate something.
People do eat, you know, burgers and French fries and, you know, cookies and sweets because it's not all rainbows and, you know, broccoli. Like there's other stuff to life than that. Okay, see if that worked.
What an inspirational story. I think I speak for many when I say we're beyond proud of you, Claire, and lucky to have you as an inspiration to so many. Truly an amazing story. Now let's head over to Brock Kresge as he takes a look at our wrestling squads, which both beat North last night, and the basketball team who's playing Ray-Pec tonight.
Good afternoon, Jays. I'm Brock Kresge, back with your sports report. Last night, the nationally ranked Blue Jay wrestling team killed 2 birds with 1 stone as they obliterated Liberty North and Lee Summit West by a score of 50-12 in a tri-duel held at North's own mats. The tri-duel victory will count as 2 conference victories for the Blue Jays. Girls wrestling, held just before the boys' matches, beat North by a score of 36-30. Both wrestling squads did an excellent job of taking down their biggest rival and continuing to dominate as the top team in the state of Missouri. Stepping away from the mats and onto the hardwood, the Liberty Blue Jays basketball team won this past Tuesday against the rock-steady Park Hill Trojans by a score of 66-61, with senior Carson Milbrandt swishing in a pair of free throws in the final stretch to ice the game. Milbrandt had an excellent game, recording a double-double with 18 points and 10 rebounds. Bennett Sturtz led in scoring as usual with 23 points. Sturtz has easily been the most efficient scorer in the KC metro area this season, making 65% of his buckets, and currently has the highest field goal percentage in the state of Missouri for players with a minimum of 100 attempts. Liberty's efficient shooting has been the staple of their 12-0 start as the team makes 52% of their field goals. The red-hot Blue Jays will face off against Ray-Pec tonight. Although this was originally supposed to be a home game, both squads mutually agreed to play at Hoosier Stadium at the University of Indiana. The 7-5 Ray-Pec squad has a solid defense as they haven't allowed an opponent to score over 70 points this season. That comes with a price, however, as Ray-Pec themselves have not scored 70 points this year. Their leading scorer is Ashton Germain, who averages 14 points per game. If Liberty can shut him down, they'll win this basketball game. The Jays' defense targets and locks down leading scorers regularly, as during the season, previous opponents' top scorers average a field goal percentage of 24% and a 3-point field goal percentage of 10% against Liberty. The Jays will play this game, travel back to Liberty, and then start the C.W. Stutzman tournament next Tuesday. We'll have updates for you next week. I'm Brock Kresge, and this was your Sports Report.
Thank you so much, Brock. Amazing coverage as always. I can't wait to see how our basketball team shows out against Ray-Pec tonight. Now, that's all I have for your show today, LHS, but before we wrap up, please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you to the amazing KLHS crew for making this show possible. Signing out, I'm Kyman Warman. Have an amazing weekend, Jays.